All right, this is day 2, part B of the Jump Rope Explorations Month. We have part A from prior tonight where we went over the safety basics and we just talked through some of the mechanics of the basic jump roping skills. We're going to now go into the actual basic bounce, and it's a basic because it is a foundational. You can't skip over getting proficient with this because jumping rope is progressive. If you are already able to skip continuously, you still want to check this post to make sure that you don't have any habits that you need to unlearn. Okay, so this is 5 minutes and no more for people who are learning the skill, and then for people who are able to do the basic bounce, if you don't hit 1,000 skips but you hit 10 minutes, then that's where you would stop. So 5 to 10 minutes is just what we're going for. If you stay with the basic bounce for your entire life, this entire month, that's perfectly fine. The basic bounce is enough of if that's all you want to do, or that's where you stay, it still will give you a workout once you start progressing and you're able to do it continuously. So let's go over some of the mechanics one more time by actually using the rope and trying it out. The most important thing I had mentioned was that it's all on your wrist. So the first part is holding the rope here. You want to have the handle cut a 45-degree across your palm. Your thumb is going to remain topside, and it's a very light hold with your other 4 fingers. You're not gripping it with any tension, and that is so that you could have your wrist relaxed in order to rotate. This rotation of the wrist, and where your thumb, see, remains topside, so you're not gripping it like this or doing something, overly exaggerated. This is the entire motion. But the position, of course, is also important. So we have a 45-degree angle out of your wrist to your elbows. Your elbows are close to your ribs, but you're not compressing at the ribs, and the height of the hand is going to be about waistline. Okay, so you want to keep this arm position fixed, but with your shoulders relaxed throughout. Okay, then your feet are going to be together. You're going to be remaining upright for the entire bounce, so you don't want to be kicking forward, but you don't want to be locking. Okay, because if you lock, then you're going to end up wanting to come down on your heel or flat-footed, but it's just a bounce onto the toes, and only about an inch or 2 enough to clear the rope. Basic bounce, don't forget. So if you want to just try that bounce, like a half bounce like this, and keep your hand out, just a half bounce, just to get a feel for what it should be like instead of slamming down. Go ahead and do that. And then the other thing that I had given you the advice to have a mirror, so you want to be looking straight at yourself or looking straight ahead and checking for that symmetry as that rope clears your head. And we'll do the first part without the rope, in which we're going to just air jump, and so you get a feel, so you're not kicking out your heel or having your legs too far apart, or making sure that you feel comfortable with this arm position. Then we're going to use the rope in order to bring the rope over without the jump. So it just looks like this. Try to initiate that from the wrist instead of rotating through the arms like this. So just the very first time, you're going to have a little bit of movement, additional movement, because you need that momentum to get over, but just practice that and step over it. When you're comfortable with that, and this doesn't have to be real time, take all the time that you need. When you're comfortable with that, then we'll try just one actual bounce here. So let's keep all the forms in mind and just go once, and then we'll go twice, and then 3 times. So 2, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see how it's my wrist that's doing the movement. Now, if you find that, oh, okay, I could do 5, but let's say you do like 10, 15, 20, and then you trip up, almost always it's going to be because you move this hand position, whether it's out too far out to the side, creating that gap in the elbow, or you brought it to forward, losing that 45-degree angle, or you brought it to high, because all those positions is going to change the actual height of the rope. So you're going to lose that clearance. That's almost always the case. So tomorrow, try that out for 5 to 10 minutes, and tomorrow we'll go over some of the mistakes that you might make for the basic bounce.